Hello, in this video, we will teach you how to review lab results. To access lab results that are ready to be reviewed, you will click on the L Quick Launch button. The number within the Jellybean consists of all lab DI and procedures that are assigned to you to review. Please notice that this Jellybean is red in color. That indicates that at least one or more lab DI procedures are high priority. To access the lab, click the Jellybean. This will bring you to the Lab DI Procedures dashboard. Lab DI and procedures will appear on the To Be Reviewed tab when the Results Received box is checked. To open a single lab result to review, click on the patient's name. This will bring you to the Results tab within the lab result window. If you're working with a lab company interface, the results will automatically populate. You will also see the pink paperclip appear here. Click on the paperclip to review all of the electronic results received from the lab company. You can fax or print them from here. Click Close to return to the lab result window. You can also use the paperclip tab here to view the same results. From the Result tab, you can add notes as well as internal notes. If you have to reassign the results to somebody else, use the Assign To field drop-down or Browse button. After you reassign it, click OK. That lab result will now go in to the Assign To user's L Quick Launch button. If you need to review additional details about this patient, you can use the ICW by clicking on the green arrow facing right. This will bring up the patient's medical record details. If you need to send a message to this patient, you can use the Messenger button found here. Messenger details are covered in a separate video. To view the progress note that this lab result was ordered from, use the Progress Note tab. If this patient has had the same lab done in the past, you can use the Graph tab to trend the different results. Going back to our Results tab, when you are ready to review the lab, change the status from Open to Reviewed by clicking on the Radio button and click OK to save it. The lab will now appear on the Reviewed tab. If you accidentally reviewed the lab by mistake, with appropriate permissions, you can go to the Options drop-down menu and mark it as unreviewed. Again, this does require a security setting. Now I will show you how to view manual results. These are results that have been attached to the lab order that did not come through an interface. Again, we're going to click on the patient's name under the To Be Reviewed tab. Now we see that this result did not come via an interface as there's no paperclip here. What you will see is a paperclip on the Reports button. That indicates that somebody has gone in and attached a report manually to this order. If this has not been done yet, you can do so by clicking on the Add button and browsing for the document to upload. Once the report has come in, you can take different actions using the ink tools, such as a reviewed stamp. This will add a timestamp with the user's name, the date, and the time, along with the reviewed stamp. Or you can always use a signature option. Once you're done reviewing the report, you can click Save if you've made any ink edits to it, and you can return to the Results tab. From here, again, you can proceed to review it or reassign it if necessary. Click OK to save any changes. When you're in the Lab Results window, if you have more than one result to review, you can also use the Previous R or Next R buttons found on the bottom left and right corners. What this will do is it will go to the previous lab order and it will mark the current lab order as reviewed. Same with the Next button. If you click Next R, it will mark this current lab result as reviewed and it will go to the next order in the list. If you have more than one electronic result to review for the same patient, you can view them all at once by selecting the checkbox next to the patient's name and clicking View All Reports. What this will do is it will provide you the option to apply all of the same details to the labs at once. So I can add internal notes, I can change who it's assigned to, I can add a result here, and I can mark them all reviewed at once and then click Apply All, and it will apply to all of the lab results underneath. If you don't wish to apply all of these details to the results at once, you can still use this window to view the reports and mark the results individually on the right-hand side here. When you're finished, click OK to save the changes. That concludes this video on reviewing lab results. Thank you for joining me.